There's this dashcam clip out of Romania that'll honestly give you chills. Everything happens so fast you barely even process what you're seeing. On January 27th in Romania, a black minivan carrying 10 people is driving along, and all of a sudden it shifts lanes to pass the car in front. But it turns into this real stuck situation. There's a truck coming straight at them in the opposite lane, and the lane next to them also has traffic, so there's basically nowhere to go. The driver makes this desperate swerve, and it ends in a catastrophic head-on crash. The car is basically smashed apart, debris flies all over the road, and some people even get thrown out of the vehicle. It's confirmed that 7 people died. Honestly, I don't know what the driver was thinking taking a pass like that. February 14th, 2024, in Barnaul, Russia. A security camera catches this straight-up, almost died moment that'll seriously give you chills. In the video, you see a woman walking along the sidewalk to go get her car. And in literally a split second, this massive chunk of snow drops from up high and slams down right onto her car. If she had been just 1 or 2 seconds slower, this would have been a totally different story. She doesn't get any scratches or injuries, but that snow hits with a crazy amount of force, smashing up parts of the awning and crashing down onto the car below. The reason is, around mid-February in Russia, the temperature can swing up and down a lot. The snow sitting on rooftops starts melting underneath, gets slick, and then it just slides off all at once, like this urban avalanche thing. And it's seriously dangerous. In Guangdong, China, there's a woman who straight up climbs out the window of a high-rise building. She's risking it, hanging onto the wall and some water pipes, making her way over to a neighbor's apartment and then knocking on the window for help. At first, the woman tries to climb straight up to the floor above, but after a bit, she has to give up because there's nothing solid to hold on to. So instead, she shifts sideways along the wall, grabbing onto little parts that stick out to keep moving. That dangerous climb gets the neighbor's attention right away. When she reaches the corner of the building, she grabs a water pipe and slowly slides down to the next floor. The clip, filmed by people nearby, shows residents just standing there in silence, totally stunned, and some are even shaking from fear. In the end, she reaches the neighbor's window and bangs on it, asking for help. The neighbor doesn't really ask what happened, just quickly pulls her inside. Right now, the real reason behind all this still isn't clear. Local police are reportedly collecting statements and checking what's going on. In mid-March 2025, a video started spreading all over social media, showing a diver going head-to-head with a giant octopus out in Russia's Far East waters. Watching it is seriously intense. The diver spots an octopus hiding inside a rocky cave on the ocean floor. Instead of just watching from a distance, he grabs this long pole and pokes into the cave, basically trying to force it to come out. And the octopus reacts right away. It blasts out this thick black cloud of ink, then uses those crazy strong tentacles to wrap tight around the diver's arm and his gear. And it doesn't stop there. It keeps climbing up, squeezing around his neck and jaw. And you can tell he starts panicking because the pressure's so strong and he can't breathe right. After a brutal struggle up at the surface, the diver finally manages to peel the tentacles off and break free from the 8-armed monster, right before it sinks back down into the deep. The video then spreads like wildfire, and a lot of people criticize the diver for messing with the animal in the first place. This is the third lucky woman in our clip. On June 29th, 2024, in Brazil, a security camera catches this rare near-death moment, and it blew up all over social media. There's a woman standing on the sidewalk right by the edge of the road, and she's still on her phone. Then two cars crash hard at an intersection. The impact makes one of the cars lose control and shoot straight toward her at a crazy speed. But the wild part is, she doesn't get crushed. It's like an instinct reaction, or honestly just unreal luck. In a split second, that car hits a motorcycle first, and then it slams into a shop behind her. The woman doesn't have a single scratch on her, but she's badly shaken after seeing the car fly past her that close. People nearby and everyone online are calling it a real-life miracle. On December 21st, 2024, in Vietnam, a terrifying traffic crash was caught on a dashcam. After that, the clip spread insanely fast on social media. A small car is driving along when it gets slammed hard in the side by a tanker truck right in the blind spot. The tanker is just too heavy and has too much momentum, so the driver can't stop in time. And it ends up pushing the small car along the road for a long stretch like dozens of meters. When you look at the scene, it's seriously nasty. The car is badly wrecked, the body is crushed and mangled from all that pressure and scraping either under the truck or right in front of it. People watching can't help but feel shaken, because this little car is getting shoved around by this giant, and there's nothing it can do. From the early info people in the area shared, the driver of the small car made it out safely, no one was hurt, even though the car itself was smashed up really bad. This is the second lucky guy in our clip. On January 27th, 2024, in Russia, a security camera catches this classic, barely escaped death moment with an employee. He's standing there working, like checking paperwork or some kind of records, right under this pretty large hanging metal beam setup. And then, out of nowhere, a beam that weighs hundreds of kilos slips off the cable or the mount above breaks, and it drops straight down right where he's standing. The second he hears a weird sound from above, he reacts on pure instinct and throws himself to the side in a split second. The beam slams down with a huge crash right where he was standing, less than half a second earlier. The impact is so loud you can tell it shakes the whole area. The camera shows he's totally fine, no injuries, but he's seriously shaken after that. This guy is seriously unbelievably lucky. This footage was shot back in 1999, so yeah, it's an older clip about 26 years ago. It's about an amateur skydiver who came dangerously close to losing his life. He jumps off the top of a waterfall, but his parachute has a problem and doesn't open the right way, so he ends up free-falling down into the water below at a really high speed. And it's honestly hard to believe, but he survives that brutal fall. But it's not like he walks away fine, he's badly hurt, with a broken leg and internal injuries too. He gets rescued in time, and later on he recovers. After that, this accident becomes a pretty well-known story, both about this extremely rare kind of insane luck and the built-in risk that comes with extreme skydiving. On the morning of January 27th in India, there's a moment that's seriously heart-stopping. A schoolboy walking to class almost lost his life when a power pole suddenly collapsed right in front of him. While he's on his way to school, the boy notices the pole leaning, and then it starts coming down right toward him. The second he realizes what's happening, he turns around and takes off running. And if he's even a little slower, that's it! Right after that, high voltage lines drop down basically right where he was just standing. When the pole goes down, it drags a bunch of live wires with it, snapping them and throwing them all over the road. It looks extremely dangerous. People nearby said if the kid had taken just a few more steps forward, it very likely would have been a fatal accident. And this whole thing has people seriously worried about how safe the urban infrastructure work is in that area,